dump truck is here to unload God knows what into your driveway. What are you gonna do about it?
Nothing. Just accept the dumps.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna call 411. I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to do that here.
That's right. You call before you dig.
Yeah, that's
Who
what
knows
the
what
spray
you'll
paint
hit
on the ground means, right? That's why they do that. They're not just.
That's why they do that.
They're not just tagging up the floor.
Nope. And the worst tags possible. It's also they promise you it's gonna disappear over the next dozen or so rainstorms. That is a lie.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever disappeared.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's spray paint.
Is that the hobo code? If you ride a train into town, you need to know, is this a safe diner or not? Can you follow the arrows on the street to get there?
Whoa. Are you peeking behind the curtain of hobo life?
Always.
Constantly.
I mean,
we need the updates.
We are always one paycheck away.
Have you shared some kind of train ride with a hobo who dumped this kind of information on you?
No, I read a book when I was a teen.
Okay.
And that stuff's on the internet now.
It's on Wikipedia. I read it.
I don't know if that's the preferred kind of like but yeah, it's the hobo graffiti, I think is what
I've never
been
seen
commonly
any
known as.
in
You
real
don't see
life.
it as much anymore because I don't think there are as many people riding the rails as there were in the 70s or 80s and 90s. But
still people doing rails, though.
That's right. Yeah. Yes.
I also feel like there's a lot of, there's more access to the internet, even if you are unhoused. Go to the library, get some information from there instead of just random graffiti.
Yes. And then you could just write, I don't know, the full words. I don't know. No. I don't know. I've always found that as a fascinating thing. The idea of just like secret code in plain sight saying like,
that's
hey,
cool.
this diner, don't go here. These people will call the cops. Or
this diner fucks.
Yeah, there are bulls in this train yard. Get the fuck out of here.
Bulls in a train yard? Like actual bulls in a train yard?
Secure, like cops.
I'm dumb. I was like, that seems like a poor place to keep bulls.
Yeah. I don't know. It was all kind of just tied together into just like learning a lot about graffiti and then never being good enough at it to ever.
Oh, me too.
I'd be good at it. Let me add it.
Have you ever sprayed around with some spray cans, Jess?
Only a little bit at my job, so it wasn't in like ways that I could really like grow with the medium. Like I'd really like to get my hands on a big brick wall and see what I can do because I love
you don't
watching.
have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be the crime you commit, finally.
Finally. It hurts to do it. You like to hold your hand.
Your hand gets like caught in the claw.
It hurts.
Yeah. Some German fat caps.
Ooh. Yeah, you need some of the, you need to switch out those caps, baby.
Yeah.
Give it to the Germans to make it ergonomic. But like I had to like switch my grip in a weird way. It's like the Dark Souls claw.
Okay, maybe you're a marker person. Perhaps you're a paint marker.
You can get real drippy with those.
Ooh, I love those. Those are so cool. I've been meaning to like find those.
You could go to the post office and steal a bunch of labels, and then next time you're in detention, you sit down and write your name on all the labels, and then you just walk around sticking them on stuff.
Yeah, so cool.
Good old sticker slaps.
Also scrape some tags onto stuff like the subway. Lots of scrape tags.
Yeah,
definitely a better word for it than that.
Yeah.
I've always found like the etching on glass to be more dangerous because you're just carrying around acid as a sharp object.
I
do that on the go.
That's just that's cringy bullshit right there. I mean, if you're scratch tagging, you've made some choices in life. What are we doing?
I feel like there's something about that style of graffiti that feels almost too far to me in a destruction kind of way.
Not graffiti, it's very much out of the spirit of everyone else. It's not. You're speaking a different language, especially because all your shit is like right angles and corners.
Sure.
Like every D looks like a triangle.
I went urban exploring in the local abandoned hospital on Staten Island, Willowbrook, I believe it's called.
Shouts out to Willowbrook.
Willowbrook Mall, baby.
But I'm pretty sure it's Willowbrook. Anyway, it's where they shot parts of Jacob's Ladder, the spooky parts in a hospital. But anyway, we climbed up this rickety ass staircase into this like big like atrium of some sort, like on the second floor or something like that. And the whole roof had caved in years ago. So it was this big, beautiful open area, overgrowth everywhere. And there's one like main wall still standing. And somebody had tagged this wall up to be like this incredible mural of like Poseidon fighting a giant squid or an octopus or something. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. That's my story.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to deface it with something.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna buff that shit and be
No.
like,
you just took a Sharpie and put VB.
That's right. You know, you
I was
cross
here.
it out, put a K,
Yeah.
and then you're the Poseidon killer now.
yes, you got to
Ooh.
come up with a way to draw an entire hamburger in one stroke.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could do it. Like it's
I
like,
can do
figure it
that,
out.
yeah.
there's the
No
bun.
problem.
No, you got to start on the bottom of the bun, and then complete the bun. We do the
Drawn
lettuce.
so many hamburgers you don't even know.
I think you could do it. I think you could do it.
Yeah.
I can do it, no problem. I want to ask, and I also want to ask this of the
No, you can't spray
callers.
paint my car.
Yeah, seriously.
The
Come on.
callers next time. What is the weirdest like graffiti you've seen? Like I'm talking like weird bathroom graffiti. I've seen my favorite one. I was at a Outback Steakhouse. Not your normal place for bathroom graffiti, but sometimes it
Well,
happens. In the ladies' room, obviously, but somebody had written in the ladies' room stall, "I heart Nagito Komeda," and that is a character from Danganronpa, and that is mimetic.
Where was this Outback Steakhouse?
Staten Island.
Okay.
All right.
I thought that would clear things up. No, it just made
No,
Made it
it's
a little bit
Danganronpa
murkier.
freaks on Staten Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Do we
I don't know if it-
count? Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
Honestly, I don't know of any. I'm trying to think like what is like the most memorable graffiti I've seen. There were like two little dumb things. Well, not little. One was just a little dumb thing that was like kind of cool in retrospect. Was just there was a parking meter up the street from the office that just said "nasty neck face" on it. You're like, oh man. And
There
then
you go.
that was my first exposure to neck face. I was like, oh, okay, he's like a prominent. Wait a minute, neck face was here. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
And then there was another like big crazy wall piece on a brick wall, and then next to it there was like it was a Morpheus-esque, just like unfortunately no one can be told what the burner says. It was too dope. And I was like, whoa. I used to drive past
will-
that one every day.
Have you ever seen like graffiti mysteries? Like there's this tagger who goes by PK, and I
Oh, yeah,
see their
PK and
tag
kid.
everywhere, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's like
Eckler can attest. He's
they're
all
based
over
out here,
Jersey.
Yeah.
He's all over. He's in parts of Staten Island. When I used to go to school in Baltimore, throughout the whole Baltimore train ride, I knew I was getting closer to home. I was about halfway there when PK started showing up in the in the landscape going past, right?
And then
And
I think
he
it
has
like
quite a
turns
range. He goes like all the way down to
crazy.
like halfway between Baltimore and New York, and I thought like that's crazy. Who's this guy? Why is his range so?
Where
Like,
is
I wonder
Patrick
who.
Klepek from?
That's a good question.
Chicago
But-
area.
but
Mm.
PK, I think PK turned into PK Kid also, which is why
Yeah.
sometimes you'll see Kid under it or next to it.
Mm,
But that
Yes.
guy's been around like
That's
the
not
East
his
Coast
son, or their
forever
child.
and ever.
Son of PK, child of
maybe,
PK.
maybe it is.
I
Maybe
feel like he's in the
protege.
same league as like Cost and Revs and like B&E. B&E's more like international now. He's just like a sticker guy. But
Bacon
yeah,
egg.
Mm.
I don't know what B&E stands for other than breaking and entering. But I
Right.
don't. But it's BNE, like those letters. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
PK, if you're listening, please call in.
You know,
I'm a
PK
big
is a
fan.
huge dump trunk guy, right?
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
call in and say anything. Just like spray a spray can. Like,
Just
Oh shit,
record.
it's him.
Just record the clack. of
Record
the
you
can.
getting up.
oh
I want to hear what it's like to get up.
Uh,
I will say this: everyone hates on Banksy. I get it, but when Banksy did that like residency in Manhattan for the month of October a couple years back,
Uh-huh.
that was pretty cool. It was like this fun scavenger hunt for 30 days. And like,
He just became oversaturated.
it was but
Yeah.
it was fun to like be around New York and everyone like finding it every day. That was fun. They
Mhm.
would, if you could take or leave his stuff.
Interactive art is great.
That was
like,
fun.
yeah.
Good time.
Scavenger hunts, escape rooms,
Oh, you know my
haunted
favorite.
houses. That's all interactive.
Exit through the gift shop's a good movie.
My
That is a good
favorite
movie.
type of interactive art is when you put a quarter into that cyclone thing and it just spins around for a long time. Man,
Yeah.
that shit is so cool.
That's an original Banksy.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Totally.
It's about the deficit.
The spinning around makes me reminds me my best friend has been nonstop sending me not TikToks but Instagram Reels. I love him to death, but Instagram Reels, come on,
Yeah,
man.
what are you doing? Yeah.
Every time I open Instagram, it pops up a thing going like, "Hey man, you want to make money on Instagram? If you start posting Reels and they get a lot of views, like an insane amount of views that you're never going to get to, we'll give you as much as $1,200."
Whoa!
But it's
Like,
crazy that
they're
get like I
leading
think
with
like 1.5 million views on Reels over the course of like fucking 20 days or something. It's like, well, I'm not. I ain't got it like that.
1 million by 20, damn.
Yeah. I never. But they keep extending it. Like every time I open it, it's like the date has been like, you gotta do this by May 26th. I'm like, what?
Come on, just make a reel, please.
Reels. All we have.
So desperate. It makes me not want to do it even more.
But that's the thing. Like Instagram doesn't need that shit.
No. I miss when I could just look at photos from friends. But he keeps sending me reels, and I love them though. Of upgraded Beyblades. And these are people with like adult money that are going in and modding them in ways that they shouldn't be modded.
This one's like a
razor
double
blades.
burst.
Yeah. Well, not razor blades, but like
LEDs.
you know, like the launcher thing, how it has like that little skeleton key looking thing, right?
Let it rip.
There are people on there. They're like, no, you don't want to go with that launcher. You got to go with the string launcher. And then like it is an insane looking thing that makes the Beyblade spin like twice as fast. I was very tempted to go get it. And then the homie introduced me to spin stealing in Beyblades.
What the hell is that?
It's like a Beyblade with like its attack ring has like rubber on it. So it will like slow down the other Beyblade and absorb the hit. And that feels illegal. Illegal.
I mean, this all does not seem regulation.
No,
I feel
none
like
of
we need someone who can speak to regulation Beyblade.
Is
anybody?
Anyone... Yeah, we're gonna ask the same question.
Are we gonna have the same question? Has anybody
streamed?
Has anybody modded a chainsaw to be the Ripper?
Yeah, I wasn't going in that direction.
A big chainsaw modded so you could put a Beyblade on it and go and then go.
Yeah, you don't want to break the sound barrier with a Beyblade.
Yes, you do.
I don't know if you'd get like the right amount of spin because it takes a while to rev up a chainsaw. Like the pulling aspect of it, I could see.
That's the ripping. That's the rip.
Yeah.
So then you have a different button that releases it once it's up to high speed.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
So like you're like trying to fishtail in a parking lot, but really it's just a Beyblade.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Also,
what were you going to ask? That was way more boring than my question.
If anyone was like actively streaming Beyblade competition.
5,000%. There's like people streaming Beyblades.
I was watching some hot Beyblade videos on Discord yesterday.
I don't deny. I'm sure there is that, but anyone with like any sort of like modicum of success in doing so, where you're getting in like a couple,
Well, I need to go back and delete this part of the podcast so we can just do this.
Oh, all right. Well,
I mean,
TM.
It's like it's only one camera we got to set up, right? Like just an overhead boy, and then like, oh god,
I want it to be in the format of BattleBots. Like I want teams of engineers to make the deadliest spinning top.
Yeah.
And we'll let it rip.
I gotta say the Beyblades are like, I don't know, we've got maybe like a dozen or so of them in my house, and like half of them are kind of fucking bullshit. Like they just fall apart too easily. Like some of them are rock solid.
The new Beyblades.
Yeah, but they're rock solid and they can't be destroyed. Like if whoever picks that one, the orange one that we have, like you're going 20-0 straight. And then someone has like
that's why your kid gave me that one. I see.
Maybe, and then you get like a little dinky one, and it's like it falls apart before it hits the arena. It's so dumb.
So I have to ask, Bryn is in the Bryn. Are your Beyblades regulation, or these bootleg hacked Beyblades?
I'm gonna say
that we were looking at yesterday. I want to know.
I'm gonna say Bryn would have both. Seems like a Bryn move.
All right, I'm looking forward to this Beyblade.
Warhammer themed Beyblades.
Ooh.
One of them has
Yeah, I'm with
mahjong
it.
on them.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
we're
Smite
gonna get a
has
car.
streamed it before too.
We're gonna get a car. We're gonna just put a rusty wheel on it, and we're gonna like fix a chain to it.
Okay.
And then the chain's gonna be the ripper for the Beyblade,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you're gonna shout, "Go shoot!" And then I'm gonna fucking slam on the gas.
That's
the
cool.
wheel's gonna spin, and it's gonna fucking.
I
rip
want it
the
to. I
Beyblade.
want it to cut down trees. Like
yeah,
this
that's
time.
cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. Maybe, yes. Yeah, I would like to see like larger than life Beyblades. Thank you.
Most dangerous thing possible to make.
Come up with good ideas here, you guys.
Human-sized
Like,
Beyblades.
Yeah.
Like that's. I mean, if you think of it, like, look at all television. It's
look at
fucking.
TV.
It's upfront season right now, and television has never been more dire.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So why isn't someone making human-sized Beyblades?
There's a lack of
and-
imagination in the industry.
Yeah, what
gotta
happens
shake
at
it up.
places where rodeos happen when the rodeo isn't happening? Why aren't we just putting Beyblades in there? I want to be a Beyblade clown. I'll hide in the fucking barrel. And I'll pop out and do a fun little dance to try to scare the Beyblade or attract it over here.
Yep. Yeah, how come in like Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, like I'm just taking over robot animals? I want to take over Beyblades.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got all the foundations here, you guys. We've got a solid pitch.
Yeah, this is like a 4-page deck that we could turn into.
We're just
Dan, you got
an 8-figure deal.
connections. You got connections
just
with
giving it away.
tinkerers.
Yeah.
we gave away our brilliant bumper sticker initiative. Calvin pissing on the Keep Christ in Christmas sticker, pissing on a coexist sticker.
What if Calvin is using his piss to spin the Beyblade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, tell me that wouldn't be a great game in a bar. You know, no one likes
Okay.
P-Troughs,
God.
right? No one likes P-Troughs.
It's true. No one likes P-Troughs.
But then,
Speak for yourselves. I mean,
but then we just get some Beyblades just hooked
they're
up to
full of
like a little
ice.
propeller.
apparently you've never pissed in a trough with a bunch of ping pong balls in it. You got yourself a little game of no, keep it on your side. No, keep it on your side. Okay.
I have not.
I
Well,
have
you
not
haven't
either.
lived.
That's,
I have not
do you have
lived.
this in your
haven't
house?
lived.
Is this a?
I got penis envy, guys. I wish I could play games like this.
Well, I mean, look, it's one of the only advantages of having a penis is to play this game.
Bullshit. You can pee anywhere. Bullshit.
Paid 30% more.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you're
my-
paid 30% more.
I feel
You
like
get
my
elected
wife-
to all sorts of things. Come on.
That obviously wasn't my
That's
joke,
it.
but
It's just, those are the only.
I wanted to make
You can
the
tell
joke,
more easily when something's wrong with it.
you know, like the
Vaginas,
target.
it's like, is this a normal discharge? And like you Google and it's like cancer or no, normal. Don't worry about that. You know.
You know, it's some people do the same thing googling about their peepees, you know? It's like, I don't know if this is this is normal.
I have
Is this
heard of the
above board?
Shiwi. I bought one. I haven't used it. I don't like rough it, so I don't know why I have it.
Oh, like the like
Lovely.
the funnel.
Mhm. The funnel.
Funnel.
I was hoping I could find like 19 pounds of Beyblades on Goodwill online.
19
No.
pounds of Shiwis.
No
Just a
dice.
bunch of
Well, what if
bunch
you?
of
I
watch
mean,
batteries.
yeah, I was gonna say, what if you bought, say, 140 pounds of watches and just spent enough time taking them apart and putting them back together until you formed them into Beyblades?
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Does
That would
Beyblade
be beautiful.
Watch
Clockwork
exist?
Beyblade.
What if you just made was there like a launcher? Like, can you set it on a watch face and rip it off the watch?
That
I feel
sounds
like that's a thing,
cool.
right? They did it with
That's
little
some-
cars at one
That's some
point,
like
right?
Yu-Gi-Oh shit.
Yeah, was
like,
that what I'm trying to think? What there was a thing that was
Oh shit, was there?
you ripping off a watch, like
Oh, shit.
ripping it, taking watch rips.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, I think yeah.
Penny racers, penny racers. Yeah, you'd like do that and then
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Anyway, piss.
Anyway, piss.
We
There's
came
a lot of
back to it.
Piss in this dump truck.
Let's talk about it.
Where are we going? What are we doing? Where are we driving? What's our first stop here, kids?
707 exit flu is our first stop here. That's if you want to
Oh,
call up with
shoot.
your Beyblade anecdotes or how many custom Beyblades you have made out of old watches.
A
Yeah.
lot of part ones and part twos here on
Yes.
the docket.
Yes. A couple trends from this week of voicemails. As the Angry Magician said a couple weeks ago, I have F the backlog. I'm not looking at the old stuff. I will occasionally look at the old stuff.
Wrist racers, not penny racers.
Wrist racers.
Wrist racers.
Love.
I'm a professional wrist racer.
I don't know this person's name that I wrote down, but I just wanted to say sorry for your traumatic childhood experience. Don't worry, it wasn't a bad childhood traumatic experience, but I guess a fun one.
Are you keeping this vague because it applies to like 40% of the voicemails?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Not this time. That's not the theme I went with this week.
Okay.
And then did I include Fursona? I did include Fursona. Okay. I did include Fursona. I won't read that note. Anyway, Jeff Gersman, your pick first, sir.
Cuddybangs.mp3.
Cuddybangs.mp3.
Hey, Bomb Squad. Just past Mr. Liquors here in the Mission, and it got me thinking, what is your guys' favorite Cuddy Bang? Or, any other mix of little mini liquor plus a little chaser that you like to drink? Okay, thanks. Love you. Keep doing this.
All right. We will.
Aw.
All right.
I got one.
I'm gonna say, I'm a big screwdriver drinker, so I would say something along those lines. But maybe you throw in some peach juice and maybe some rum. I don't know. You could
peach
go some
juice.
Yeah, some orange juice and maybe a little bit of peach.
What's a Bellini?
A peach. Oh yeah, like a peach Bellini.
That's that, but
like
with champagne.
It's champagne. Yeah.
Oh, okay. For folks that don't know, Cuddy Bangs are like little Ziploc bags with little travel size alcohol bottles, and then you just pour them into a styrofoam cup filled with ice and have a good time.
And I'm sighing wistfully at the whole concept. I want
Sprite and promethazine.
such a good idea. Oh my god.
4 ounces.
Ooh, yeah. I'm liking what you're putting down. I really like Incredible Hulks.
What's
so that's
in that?
That's Hypnotic and Henny. And
shit. And then you fucking make Hypnotic.
I don't know if they make Hypnotic anymore, but I've found them in Cuddy Bangs. So they may only make little Hypnotic bottles.
Yeah.
Hypnotic is like a blue liqueur, Jess, and then Henny is like, a cognac. Yeah.
And I also know what Hypnotic is.
Anything is possible, baby. And then when you mix them together, it turns into like a murky green. My older cousin threw her back out because after she pounded one, she was like, "I'm the Hulk," and then tried flipping over a table. It did not go well.
You know what, though? That seems worth it.
Super Joe in the chat is asking if anyone remembers Aftershock. That's that's a schnapps, right? It's like a peppermint schnapps that has the crystals growing in it.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
No, that's Goldschlager.
No, Goldschlager is the flakes of gold. Aftershock has like weird crystals in it.
Oh.
No, that sounds
no.
terrifying.
Then no.
I think.
Goldschlager.
Oh, I'm seeing one that has a Ciroc, Hypnotic, and pineapple juice.
It's pretty much
And
like
there's some other liquor in the back of that
cocktail,
one.
just like unmixed, Yeah.
It's just here's 151 and pineapple juice. Have
Oh,
a bad time.
Like a great time.
Oh, I want these so bad,
Jess,
Jan.
first
Day one when I visit, take me to the Cuddy Bangs.
Take me to the Cuddy Bangs.
Fuck me up. I need all of the fruity flavored Cuddy Bangs.
You will be the tallest person at this store, and everyone will be so scared.
Oh wait, I gotta put on my filter.
I'm so tall.
Mr. Bacalar, your pick, sir.
Okay. I've been eyeing this one.
Real quick, I'm sorry. You think Cuddy Bangs would be like a good wedding favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I need to tell her ideas eventually.
Oh my god! But like a classy one that's like your signature drink.
No.
So like you know what? Okay. So like short story. Like one of my friends was getting married and they were like, okay, like we want to do a little signature cocktail for the wedding, but they won't let us have what we want. And I was like, what did you want? And she wanted hot toddies because she was getting married in fucking December. That's a classy cider type drink. They can get a little fucked up on, but not too fucked up, and it's, warm and it's so good. Little real ass cinnamon stick in there. And they were refusing to do so, but they were serving hot drinks anyway, like coffee, hot water, your teas. And I was just like, complain. Like they totally have the ability to do this. And
Yeah. See,
when I went to the wedding, it was fucking there. So
yeah, there you go.
You're welcome.
When you said they wanted a drink and they couldn't get it for some reason, my immediate thought was like they wanted Four Loko, the original Four Lokos, or just here's Four Loko and a can of C4. Mix it together yourself.
No, it's perfectly reasonable, perfectly classy drink to want to have at your wedding reception.
We've got
They're
Four
like, no, we
Lokos,
can't.
and here's some pre-workout to pour into it. Let's fucking go.
I'm sure there's been a wedding where they've passed out pre-workout. There has to have been.
Absolutely.
Mr. Backlar, I'm sorry. Your
rough couple.
You don't have to apologize. I had this on my mind since the second I saw the list. Jen, please give me a private Christian education.mp3, please.
Oh, that sounds a little sexy.
Playing private Christian education.
Hello, 3 a.m. friends. This is Ryan in Portland. I wanted to regale you with a tale from my private Christian education. When I was in college studying it doesn't matter. I had to go to chapel 3 times a week or something like that. At one of these chapels, one of the teachers got up and spoke and, preached the word of Jesus. And then went on, he was like a missionary's kid or something like that when he was growing up. So he wasn't born in the States. And so he went on this whole thing about how he was an African American, even though he was like a white guy because he was born in Africa, but is American. And I remember that he talked about that for like 6 or 7 minutes. And that was, just something that sticks with you. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.
That was educational.
Yeah. No, sounds like that was all educational.
You can't just ask people why they're white.
It's yeah, I just I'll take any chance to learn more about private education, specifically Christian private education.
Yeah,
so thank you, caller.
Yeah.
3 times a week, huh? Chapel 3 times a week?
That's a lot. I stopped going to Sunday school right around the time that I said, like, hey, if we all came from Adam and Eve, doesn't that mean that we're all products of incest? And they didn't want to answer that question. And
asking the hard questions, yeah.
I was asking that question myself in 2nd grade.
That was my elementary school. Like, okay, now I don't have to go to church anymore. Worked it out.
Sick.
This is great.
When I went to a Catholic high school, even though I wasn't Catholic, I was just scared of public school. It had a reputation. I was like, they're gonna beat me up or something. I was dumb, but my friends were making fun of me, being like, "Oh, that's a school where you have to don't you have to go to church and chapel every day?" And it's like, nah, it was like twice a year or something for special occasions or something. Like we had confession twice a year or something like that.
Really?
You didn't have to go because there's a couple of Muslim girls in the school too. So it's like, they're not gonna force them to go. So it's like, okay, I don't have to go either then.
Oh,
whatever.
There were definitely people in my private Christian education from kinder to 8th grade that did not identify as Catholic Christian, actively identified that they were Buddhist, but they were made to go to confession anyway.
What?
Right.
Okay.
Honestly, that's educational. Just understanding other cultures, learning, that's the educational part.
Education is letting them not do it.
I don't know. I feel like my extent of that was I had a lot of friends in high school that had to go to catechism on Wednesdays or something like that. And that they all had other names. They're like, this week we picked our other names. Or our Catholic names or whatever the hell it was. And I was like, why are you doing this? And
I just
to a person, it was all just like, my parents are making me. Like, okay, all right.
I just picked my best friend's name.
I don't remember what my confirmation name was.
Janiger?
Maybe, yeah.
Jan Jerome. There is a Saint Jerome.
Yeah. Believe me, I pulled that card multiple times.
Nice. Good for you.
Thank you. Jess, your turn.
I see the bait and I'm taking it. Suppress Staten Island.
This, I wish I had a fun animation for it, but I want to say this is my voicemail of the week. This is one of my favorites.
Yay.
Ding dong.
Voicemail of the week.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Hey,
Hey
Yeah.
there, this is regards to Jess mentioning she had deliberately tried to suppress her Staten Island accent so as not to be sound foolish or uncultured. Well, one, fucking come at me. Come on now. Come on now. But two, girl, let that twang fucking hang. Look, y'all, roll damn tide.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah, takes one to know one.
Okay,
I
fine.
don't know
I'll
if I would
do it.
describe the Staten Island accent as twangy, but I get where you're coming from.
There's a lot more
Caller.
lazy tongue stuff happening though, like in a similar sense to like the southern twang stuff. There's a lot of like just letting your tongue just do whatever. Being lazy.
I just need to incorporate let that twang fucking hang into my daily like catchphrases. You know,
Someone put that on a fucking bumper sticker.
That's a bumper sticker. Nice. When are we having the brainstorming stream for bumper stickers? This is getting dire.
Let that twang hang.
No, it has to be fucking hang. So you
Fucking hang. It could be like balls or something.
I feel like all of this is just like prime. Like we've only done this once, when maybe we should have done it more. Because it seems like what every other podcast does is the like merch that is just like someone said this on a podcast once, and then they go and turn it into a T-shirt.
It's very popular to wear very, very deep in jokes as apparel.
Yeah, it's definitely like a gang sign kind of mentality to some of that stuff for sure. But maybe we do bumper stickers. Maybe that's the classier alternative.
There we go.
Makes sense.
To that.
What about fridge magnets? Like that are the size of bumper stickers.
I have the last 2 refrigerators I have owned have not been able to take a magnet on the front.
Yeah, the times they are changing.
The shiny metal front fridges don't hold a magnet.
True. It's true.
Shut the fuck up.
It's true. All the stainless steel ones really don't do it.
They don't do it.
Why?
You would think
because
it looks exactly like metal.
refrigerators were getting sloppy. Okay, they were getting disgusting. Yes, the one in your shot too, Jen.
You're right. There's like a what's it called? Like a cherry top on like the side of my fridge. You can't see it on the side in this shot though.
Cherry top? Is that just like a red?
No,
hood?
like a cherry topper. You know that like undercover cops put on. And
yes, a little siren.
A siren.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just equate the word siren to like the sound.
Siren is the sound, not the.
Is it called a cherry top? I've never heard of this before. Is this
I've
regional?
never heard that either, but I get it.
A light cherry? I don't know. Anyway,
a cop light.
Cop light.
Cop light.
Cop light.
Sure. I gave my pick to the chat, and a friend of the site, Bryn, chose Fursona.
It's actually called a Mars light.
A Mars light. Does that depend on the color, or does it have to be red?
It is a lamp that pulsates or oscillates to make it more noticeable. The name comes from the Mars Signal Light Company of Chicago, Illinois, who patented the design in 1935.
Oh, fuck those guys.
They're also called, light bars and strobe lights, obviously.
Okay.
They don't. Yeah, I mean they don't really strobe, but
playing Fursona.
Hey, 3 a.m. boys and girl. Dom from Fort Collins. If you were a furry, what would your persona or fursona be? I thought about it, and I would be a spider, and I'd have a Velcro wall in my sex dungeon, and I'd put Velcro on people, and I'd stick them to the wall before we fucked.
That's attainable. That's an attainable dream.
I love it when people are saying dirty shit into the phone, and like he was clearly in a vehicle, so there was not, but he still did the thing of like, what if my parents are in the next room, and when he hit the word fucked, he backed off it just enough in a like, what the fuck am I saying sort of way. And I really appreciate when people have that fucking like, I'm going for it, but I had to think about it here for a moment. And
it's true.
I really like that there was a little bit of a hang too afterwards. Before they hung up.
I also love when people call up and act like they're making something up, but when in reality it is verbatim the truth about what they're actually involved in, which is cool. Like that's fine.
I do enjoy. I mean, this is going to open us up to a ton of fan art, which is fine by me. I do
Don't do
enjoy
it.
that somebody
Don't do
already
it.
made fan art of me and Jan, vis-a-vis Run for the Hills, where Jan was a raccoon and I was a possum, and I thought we looked fucking adorable.
I wish that was the last time someone compared me to a raccoon recently, but it's been a handful of times. Anyway,
That's gotta be your
I
first
would be an
one, then.
owl. I would be an owl. I like
Why?
owls. I'd be an
Why?
owl.
What?
you can't. Can you be a bird furry? No, that doesn't count.
Yes, it's
That's
a
a feathery.
birdsona.
Feathery. What the fuck? What are you-
Birdsona.
You tell me you tell me you would run your hand down the back of an owl and when it wouldn't be furry?
It's like feathers.
It's
Yeah, but
fluffy.
like so feathers. Is that okay? Can like
It's fine. Yes, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that.
yeah.
I'm arguing your choice in owl because like what is it about the owl that really like you resonate with?
I don't.
fluffy hair.
Aside from being nocturnal, I don't.
Oh,
There's nothing else we have in common.
Got to think a little harder on this. I think.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I don't know that I have a good, easy answer to this. Like a koala, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
I could see it. I
could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a panda sort of situation.
What about a red panda?
What about a red? Yeah, maybe like a
Ooh, what
red
about
panda.
a red panda?
It's like a panda, you know, it's murderous teeth, true and through bone.
I feel like red
candy,
pandas
fences,
are
you know, it's
yeah. I
like-
feel like pandas are better because red pandas are too goofy and like cutesy, like really cutesy. Not that you don't have it in you, but I think it's not the first aspect I think of.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, so
You see-
save
you
word in chat
scaly.
says koalas are nasty, diarrhea, chlamydia, and just nasty all over the place. So yeah, koala.
Yeah, you make it easy. You make it easy.
Yeah. You want an all-in-one, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
I don't know, an otter. Yeah, there's they made that otter in Animal Crossing, there were a bunch of people like messaging me. It's like, oh, this looks like you. I'm like,
Pascal did look like you. Do I have an Animal Crossing Sona? Has anyone seen an Animal Crossing character that looks like me?
No,
Please tweet at Voidburger with your suggestions.
But thank you for showing me. What is the name again? Wardell. Best.
Wardell.
Oh God, fantastic. Mr. Gersman, your pick, sir.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna go with True Zoo Feelings.
True Zoo
MP3.
Feelings. This is the second longest voicemail, I believe.
Nice.
Hi, I wanted to ask you guys a little bit about how you really feel about zoos. A zoo. You sort of glossed over the topic pretty quickly in the last episode. And I like the zoo. I'm not from the States. I'm from a place where zoos and circuses are a big deal still to this day. And it's in Eastern Europe. And what I will say is that I love going there, but I feel this existential kind of dilemma, this moral clash, because it's imprisoned animals. I'm not vegan. I don't think you need to be to sort of appreciate that side of things. But I just really wanted to know where everybody truly stands on the aspect of zoo ethics. Also, I know everyone talks about the Bronx Zoo as the big East Coast kind of spot to go to, but in Brooklyn we have the Prospect Park Zoo, which is not to be missed, not to be slept on. It is pretty cool and much more affordable. Okay, love you. Bye.
Well, thank you,
Yeah.
caller.
Thank you, caller.
I want to think that like this has been a trend. This is not a new thing. The idea of just like, hey, zoos are bad actually, but
Yeah.
I don't. I want to believe that the rise of that sentiment has led to more and more zoos going, actually, we are, cleaning up our making sure that we are doing this right and not just like, hey, get out there and dance, like that whole thing. And I don't know. I'd thought like in my head, I was like, I'm never going to go to a zoo. I probably haven't been to a zoo since I was 5. I'm never going to a zoo again. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have kids and you're like, oh, I super want to go to a zoo. I want to show animals to these children.
Right.
And that's probably realistically the only way to do it. So yeah, but I get why people are torn on the idea of it. All you can do is hope that like, hey, some of these zoos are going to be more focused on preservation, conservation, whatever, and treating the animals appropriately.
Yeah, it largely depends on the zoo itself. Like, you know, I feel like the Bronx Zoo or the Cincinnati Zoo or the San Diego Zoo are probably doing, you know, great efforts for conservation and stuff like that. I would presume. It's a presumption. I have not looked this up or anything. Yeah, but like, meanwhile, there's like smaller zoos where it's just like, man, you ain't treating these little critters right. Like, let's be real. Like, I went to the Staten Island Zoo as an adult. You know, it's mostly a petting zoo for the most part, but they also have the largest reptile collection in the state or the country. I don't know, a big reptile collection. And it's like, okay, reptiles are not too hard to take care of. They don't seem to ask for too much. You know, keep them warm, keep them fed, whatever. But like, you look at the couple of mammals they have, and it's just like, dog, come on, don't keep this, you know, this mountain lion or something. It's not a mountain lion. It's one of those small, like a bobcat or something. Like, don't keep these sand cats and bobcats in this like 12-foot enclosure that's all like, you know, poured concrete rocks that are painted to look a little bit like the mesa or whatever. Like, that sucks. You know, I don't know if they still got that poor cat anymore. It looked depressed when I saw it. It's like, this sucks for this little guy. So it really depends. They also had the saddest aquarium I've ever seen, and I don't really empathize with fish very much, but that aquarium made me empathize with fish because they looked miserable in there.
I was gonna ask, like,
to see if a fish looks miserable. Though.
It was all like the glass looked old and foggy, like it almost looked like it hadn't been cleaned, but really the glass was just old and had been over cleaned that it had like a foggy opaqueness to it that was just like, this doesn't look right.
It wasn't,
there wasn't a lot of like enrichment activities in the tanks. It was just like a tank and gravel and like one plant. It's like, they're not happy here, even for fish.
Yeah, we went to, you know, I guess not quite a zoo, but maybe it sort of counts, but we went to the Monterey aquarium like last year before, whatever it was. And it was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Like all this cool stuff, all these little tiny fish, and he's just monster huge. But then we got around a corner and it's like, hey, you want to touch a stingray? And I'm like, yes, I do. Yes, I definitely do.
Sure.
And as I'm touching this stingray, I'm like, this feels wrong. Like, I shouldn't be allowed to do it. I'm just like petting this stingray. I hope the stingray likes it. I don't even know what the fuck. It's just like, it's a weird surface that I'm touching here, and I can't stop touching it because it's so weird to the touch. But like, I'm over here just kind of rubbing this fish, and does this fish like this? I don't know. I like it. And yeah, you know, and then eventually my wife dragged me away. But
or else you'd still be there petting the fish.
But yeah, they had otters and stuff like that too, and you know, they're just like laying around, slapping their bellies, and you're like, yeah, this is a good time.
I've never seen a depressed otter. I've seen them in pretty depressing, you know, the Staten Island Zoo had a terrible little otter enclosure, but those guys were fucking loving it. They're playing, and, you know, diving off the little tiny ledge, and I don't know, they just seem like really Genki as a species.
Another great thing about the Monterey Bay Aquarium, going back to that, fantastic food court. Really good selection of seafood. Oddly enough,
that is so weird. Like, you know,
some of the best clam chowder I've ever had.
Yeah. All right, something to be said for that.
It's fresh.
Yeah,
we went around that whole boardwalk area. There was like 9 different places selling old timey candy, and yeah, it was just we ended up getting all kinds of weird shit from very grifty looking businesses around there.
Oh yeah. I think my partner and I, we also went to Monterey Bay. We didn't get to go to the aquarium because it was still closed at the time, but we walked around that boardwalk area, and there was a store selling Turkish delights, and we're like, oh, cool, I could go for one, thinking like, oh, you know, like a candy shop, you just buy one, get out of there. Yeah. Sure. The lady insisted, like, no, you have to buy at least a box, and I've already cut it up and packaged it. You have to pay for it now.
What?
And then my partner and I just slowly moonwalk out of there and disappear.
No.
And then this woman is still holding the box and looking at us like, you have to buy this. You have to buy this.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
You must purchase this.
The contract has not happened yet.
Yes, yeah. Nothing has been signed. That boardwalk is terrifying. Or has the capacity to be terrifying.
Oh, you guys, I'm sorry you have a boardwalk deficiency out there.
There's so many here is the thing.
I mean, we've got plenty too, and they all are pretty great. So come
it's been forever.
out.
I don't know. When I went to Atlantic City, That boardwalk was.
You can't just bring up Atlantic City as the example.
That was
within
eyes. Like I can see a Ferris wheel. What can you see from the Ferris wheel? I can see all the shops that buy gold. This is great,
dude. Knocking on that is shooting fish in a barrel. Okay, knocking on Atlantic City is the lowest of hanging fruit. Their boardwalk is it's all. I mean, Atlantic City needs to just flood over and be gone and stricken from the record.
No, Ocean City,
because of how fucking freakish the whole thing was.
Ocean City's amazing, and that's
want a
10
boardwalk?
minutes away.
You want a boardwalk? Go to Ocean City.
Yeah, Ocean City's a delight.
I was 8 years old, and it's still so fresh. Like this is the best boardwalk I've ever seen.
It is. It probably. I would agree. Ocean City, New Jersey is the best. In all of Jersey.
What else would be the best is Mr. Backlar if you pick the next voicemail.
All right. Let me do HQ1 and HQ2.
Playing those.
Hey, Jen and the rest of the dump crew. This is Johnny from San Leandro. So one question that's kind of been thrown up in the air in my mind at the moment, but so I've been hearing this term WeaBoomer, and I had some of my Gen Z friends call me that, considering that I was born in '92. So some of the stuff that I watched those days, some of the occasional DBZ and some Pokemans, but I just gotta say, what's the age range that you would consider a WeaBoomer? All right, thank you very much. Love you.
Born in the 70s is WeaBoomer.
I mean, not even technically. People born in the 40s and 50s are boomers.
No, we're talking about WeaBoomers. We're talking about
what the
anime.
Fuck is that?
Anime boomers. You know what Weeaboo is?
No, I'm only getting into anime recently. Okay, I don't have the full Wikipedia knowledge.
So
what is it?
Are you? You know what? Then you are up.
Do you know what otaku and otaku is?
Yes.
It's a weeaboo. It's synonymous, basically.
Got it.
Weeaboo actually comes from a Perry Bible Fellowship comic that has nothing to do with anime, but people have just, co-opted the term weeaboo to mean otaku.
Okay. Now say it in the boomer context.
So WeaBoomer, therefore, would be a weeaboo who is kind of old-fashioned, likes the older stuff, I guess.
Well, here's the thing.
Is what I'm surmising.
They mentioned
the caller.
They were born in 92, as someone was born in 91.
30.
That's just fucked up, though.
Yeah.
What they just said.
They're
wrong.
Attacked. I now feel attacked because. Please, yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say people call. I obviously understand why people get called boomer, and I guess this is just like a boomer junior kind of situation, right?
I think what I assume about WeaBoomer is that it's people that prefer and presumably not gatekeep, but be like, oh, it was better in my day. They prefer old ass jank anime. Like I would even say before Pokemon, I would say the 80s anime and stuff you had to trade on VHS tapes at conventions and shit like that, like fan dub VHSs and stuff like that. That's
they're angry at Harmony Gold. That's the
shit. If those are the guardrails, then anyone over 25 is a WeaBoomer.
Here's the thing. I think a WeaBoomer in this case applies to someone that was actively watching as it was airing Naruto. As Naruto was coming out and as Dragon Ball Z was finishing. If you are around the age to have been able to watch that and remember that, you are a WeaBoomer.
Okay.
Because now the
disagree
youth
with
are
the age
back,
range.
Because now the youth are back into Naruto in the same way that I was into old Gundam growing up, or Gundam Wing stuff that was kind of out of my age range.
I've been watching Blackjack. It rules. Love Blackjack.
I saw an animated GIF of Macross Plus online the other day, and I was like, "This looks sick. I should probably watch this."
Anybody ever seen Cyber City Oedo?
No.
It fucking rules.
I didn't actually watch the whole thing, but
it fucking rules because there is a part where a guy says to another character, "You wouldn't know a goddamn vampire if it came up and bit you on the end of your fucking dick. So get off my back." And then he zooms away in a cyber car. So it's worth watching because of that, but also the rest fucking rocks too.
Okay. There's a part 2 to this, real quick. Let's play that.
Yeah.
Hey, Jan, it's Johnny from San Leandro again. This is adding on top of the WeaBoomer question that was asked a while back. So I just want to say, like, my anime struggle back then, when I was growing up through middle, high school, I had to watch my anime on YouTube. But there's like old YouTube days when the anime was cut into 3 parts, 10-minute videos, and you were lucky you got the whole episode in one go. Or sometimes if you're in a struggle, it'll have be like 2 episodes, and then the last episode, like the last part of the episode, would be like in a different language. So this guy's just have it a whole lot easier these days, but I know the horror stories that my homies that were born in the 80s with their anime struggles regarding like having to get VHS tapes from fucking Blockbusters and all that stuff. And it's just 3 episodes per tape. Oh my God. I don't know how we survive the struggle, but man, these Gen Z anime kids these days, man. Alrighty, talk to you later.
And that's why he is a WeaBoomer, and I
Yeah.
stand with him.
I get
know
it
what
now.
if you know what Suncoast Video was,
oh, that's a good barometer, Jeff.
then
if
you're
you've
probably
been in a Blockbuster, right?
yeah.
Like,
If you've been to Kim's Video
I don't know what that is.
in Manhattan,
That's a very specific poll.
you might be
You know what?
adjacent to a WeaBoomer because they had some strange Japanese VHSs there and DVDs.
I'm always on the lookout for like the next. When I was your age, I had 2, and I feel like that is a new one that I might start to use again. Whereas like when I was your age, I had to watch YouTube videos in 10-minute chunks.
9:59.
Where like, oh, you had to walk to school in the snow. Oh, you only had 1 HBO. Okay, when I was your age, I fucking
If you wanted to watch a video online that was longer than 9 minutes 59 seconds, you go to Vimeo or Vidler.
Vidler.
It's crazy.
That was Giant Bomb's first video partner was Vidler. We partnered with them because YouTube
Put it on the Vidler.
wouldn't take long enough videos.
YouTube was like in the old Something Awful Let's Play days. If you were trying to host your videos on YouTube in multiple parts, people were just like laughing you out the forums, being like, "Look at this fucking idiot using YouTube."
Yeah.
I'm on the website realplayer.com right now.
I was gonna say,
Go to Dailymotion at
if you had to
least.
install the K-Lite video codec pack to watch your videos, you're a WeaBoomer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, him mentioning having to watch episodes cut into 3 chunks just reminded me of like mistakenly like in between, like I'd watch part 1, but part 2 I couldn't find in English. I had to watch in Japanese. I'd be so upset with like the difference in voices. Not that I had a preference, but I'm like, I don't know who's who right now. And then 3 would be in English, but it would be like 5 minutes. Man, that was the best way to watch that Rocket League fight. Anyway,
or find an AMV that had it like synced up to a Linkin Park song.
It's like, okay, this is way better than whatever voices English or Japanese. I wanted to watch Zillion, which is like I only knew it as the game on Master System and didn't even know it was based on an anime at first. And then years later, it was like, oh, it's an anime, but also the anime is a weird ad for Sega's light gun and all this other stuff. And so I finally found here's a website that just hosts a bunch of fucking bootleg ass anime in the worst quality possible. And I ended up watching almost all of it.
Wow.
On like some busted ass website. And then like 2 years later, I mean, it only came out in Japan, so it doesn't have the dub or whatever, but like they did some big nice Zillion Blu-ray or some fucking insane shit like that. I'm like, what? That's the problem, is like there's always that like what's the right time to watch, and I'm like, if you're not like in it deep. I want to watch Evangelion at some point, but like I am told that, what is it, did Amazon do the new, or was it Netflix? Like whoever
Netflix.
that's not the one to watch, that's total garbage.
Yeah. They made it so Kaoru didn't confess his love to Shinji. You can't just...
Jess, you, instead of getting upset about Netflix changing stuff, you want to pick the next voicemail? That might make you feel better.
Of course.
Yeah, that'll make you feel real good. Yeah.
Unless, it depends on what you pick.
How dare they make Evangelion less gay? Anyway, themed classes.
Themed classes.
Hey guys, it's John from Baltimore. I just got done doing a Peloton ride, and it was 20 minutes of Jess King doing a class of nothing but corn songs. That was pretty sick. So that just got me thinking about if you guys were Peloton instructors, what kind of themed classes would you want to teach? Personally, I would love to take a class of Jeff Gerstmann doing nothing but Limp Bizkit songs for 45 minutes or so. But just wanted to hear your guys' thoughts. Love you. Bye.
Thank you, caller. Before hockey got started back up, I was doing a lot of Peloton just to, keep my body in somewhat, aerobic shape. And I came across an emo, like a ska and emo playlist of like 90s and 2000s. I think it might have been Jess King, or it was I haven't done it in so long now that hockey's
one
back.
of the loves. One of the loves,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And I was like, I was blown away. Oh, maybe it was the British woman. I forget her name. Anyway, yeah, that was dope. I was really blown away. That was like the only Peloton ride I've ever done where I'm like, this went by fast. I enjoy it. The music's actually making me pedal faster. I have more energy because of this. It can go a long way. So, to answer the caller's question, I would want one of just Hall & Oates. Thank you.
Okay.
I have multiple answers for this.
Okay. Jess, I'm going to ask you a follow-up before question.
I'm going to lose my thought. No.
Okay. You got to do a 20-minute, 30-minute, and a 40-minute class. How do you divide this up amongst your options you've thought of?
I don't fucking know. 30 minutes. I don't know. Here's my ideas though. But I want all JoJo's Bizarre Adventure opening themes.
Okay.
Those always get me fucking jazzed, right? Most of them are incredibly they kick ass. And I want like Tony Hawk soundtrack class.
Solid.
Because that just gets me hype, really hype. Those are my two big ideas. And then just like other anime like OPs that just, get you hyped up. One Punch Man, My Hero Academia's intro, Cardcaptor Sakura, Catch You Catch Me. Love that fucking song. And other 90s ones that have that kind of like city pop sort of Macross sort of vibe to it. Yeah.
I got two. You go first.
Okay. All right. I would probably. I don't actually. I mean, I have what I would call a newfound respect for Limp Bizkit, but not in a way that I could name
40 minutes worth of songs.
Yeah, 40 minutes
Yeah,
of
it's a
fucking
tough
Limp Bizkit
one.
songs. I was like, I don't know, would break stuff. I thought that new album was pretty good. Better than you expected, but I would go. I would go with like a kind of blog house kind of. Indie sleaze is what Spotify has been calling it. Occasionally, French touch.
What?
It is sometimes
that?
referred to. So, like Justice, Mastercraft, like Hearts Revolution. What else? What other?
I'm listening to this.
I guess like like Daft Punk, you would probably put in that category.
Got it.
But
Got
like
it.
the kind of stuff that was kind of not post Daft Punk, but like the other acts around that scene and all that other stuff, like Mr. Oizo and all the like
Oizo Boizo. I've heard good things about that band.
My son, yeah. So
okay, I would. That's another one I would have.
A lot of TV theme songs.
Boingo Boingo.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's not bad. Just like 90s and 80s
extended
sitcom themes.
Versions, or just like the 30 seconds.
No, like the 4-minute ones. Like, remember, every now and then you would catch like the 4-minute opening to Perfect Strangers, and you're like, this song has 7 verses. What is this? I want that one for sure.
30 minutes of Seinfeld bass. Yeah, bass. Sorry.
I would choose nothing but wrestler entrance themes.
Oh, Jim,
as
broken boy.
Because those are also songs that are much longer than you think they are and should be, actually.
So what do you got in there? You got Batista's theme in there?
Oh, 5,000%. You have Dolph Ziggler's original when he was doing his world title run, like Here to Show the World.
Okay,
not the downstate one. I guess you got to put in fucking Cody's Kingdom because it is taken over my mind space. You gotta throw in the
you putting
Shields
Judas
theme.
in there. You putting Judas in there.
I don't want to put Judas in there.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
to put Judas in there.
I remember I got that WWE like soundtrack that they sold like in the late 90s. Do you remember that one?
Is it the one where the wrestlers did the
It was
themes?
like with
Yeah, they're
it was
singing
with
their
the,
own
no, it was
songs.
with the Rock. It was like their real themes. It was like the Rock,
okay.
Stone Cold, and like Degeneration X and all that shit. And they were like all 4 minutes, and you were just like, oh wow, they really just break glass over and over in this one.
Yes.
Oh wow, this breakdown is 90 seconds long. Okay.
Like, that era of wrestler theme, they did all kinds of dumb shit where they were like, okay, now because these album sales are good, now we need to change everybody's theme every couple of months so we can sell another album. And it got to a point where it's like, here's Stacy Keibler singing ZZ Top's Legs.
Nice.
That's where they got to with it eventually, and you're like, this is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing?
Oh, you know what has to be on there? Fucking Rikishi's "I'm a Bad Man" theme. I fucking love that.
You do that, and then you do like a remix of like the John Cena classic "Bad Man," like back and forth. As we
yes.
Okay. All right.
My other ideas were initial D music, because then you would just get super gassed out. And then just like
that's just like DDR third mix at that point, just like how much
there's
Eurodance
a lot
you
of
got.
crossover
Like,
there.
Yeah.
And then just a hyphy playlist because it's I'm cursed. I can't.
You want Keek to Sneak teaching the class and picking.
Like Keek, I can't understand. Do I turn up my resistance or do I speed up, speed down?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just keep going. I'll just go to what the screen says. I gave my pick to the audience, and they chose to the tune of "You're Gonna Finish It."
Calvin pissing on his socks.
Yeah, pissy socks, Calvin.
Yeah.
That's probably like a square sticker. I don't know if it's a whole bumper sticker. Maybe we'll get a die cut.
That's something you put in the back
the
window,
curves.
yeah, right above the gun rack.
Just Calvin not looking where he's peeing, glancing over the back of his shoulder, upset that someone in his office would enter the bathroom in just socks.
Jeff, do you remember that album that WWE artists made with songs that they made up on their own?
No.
Rikishi had like an R&B track.
Oh yes, I do remember that. Yes,
he had a song that just went "Put a Little Ass on It."
Yes, yeah.
Rikishi's the only wrestler that I was into in 7th grade, and it's really funny that I eventually ended up being interested in sumo, like actual sumo.
Seeds were planted there.
There you go.
Strong choice.
I think I might have seen Rikishi over Easter Sunday because my grandma lives near his church.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, Mr.
I think
Grisman,
instead of paying for a Peloton, just buy a DDR mat.
Sure.
Yeah. They make USB ones, right?
The DDR mat's
Yes,
probably
they
more
do.
expensive. Are you talking about the cabinet or the?
No, just a mat, just a USB
just a
mat.
Got
for
it.
your
Okay.
PC.
The mat's probably
Or
Yeah, it's cheaper.
It's probably a little bit cheaper, but then you also have to have the games, the consoles.
Well,
that is like you are like there are enough like here is our own kind of DDR style rhythm game, and then in the app click these buttons, and then you've got songs. Like that's a solved problem at this point.
I guess.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna make my own bar. Support bar.
Yeah.
Got to use it.
The problem is I have a downstairs neighbor, so I can't.
Invite them up to play sometimes.
Yeah, they'll get it.
Get
They're
the
old.
manner pad to go under
Say
it.
you're dancing.
Yeah.
Be like, sorry, we're dancing.
To
Sorry, we're
be
dancing.
fair,
Girls
because
talk.
she's old, I don't think she's ever heard us cackling
that's
at 3 a.m. at like B
that's the
movies,
best.
stuff like
That's
that.
the-
So I think I can go hog wild. I don't think she's
The
listening.
best kind of downstairs neighbor.
Am I to
Yes,
pick here?
your turn,
I'm
sir,
gonna go
your
with
turn, sir.
$8.MP3.
$8.
Hey, Jan. I'm outside Jollibee right now. What the hell, man? This burger is $8 by itself.
Woo.
Where did they get this pineapple? In the Philippines? Oh my god. Anyway, I'm hungry. I'm getting it. Bye.
It's probably gonna be good.
Remember when Carl's Jr. was selling the $6 burger and it was like a huge deal? It's like, you're going to pay $6 for this hamburger and it's
And
going
it's
to be
worth it
amazing.
because it's so huge. Yeah.
Like Wagyu beef or something.
No.
Just really big.
Not even. I mean, it was like a quarter pounder, or it was like a 2 quarter. It was like a double quarter pounder, maybe.
I feel like didn't they change up what the $6 burger was?
Oh, I'm sure at some point they made it smaller and cheaper, and also probably stopped calling it the $6 burger so that they could charge way more.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yes, they changed it to the thick burger so that they could raise the price on
It's the market adjustment burger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not Arizona iced tea or Costco hot dogs. The fucking thick
man.
burger will fuck you every time.
It was so funny because, like, in all the marketing material for the $6 burger, they made it seem like only real men eat the $6 burger.
But also, they tried to make it seem fancy. So, like, the font for it was all frilly and it was like, it's the $6 burger. Fancy, man. You know, like, and yeah. And now I feel like you'd be fucking lucky to get a burger for fucking $6.
Oh, totally. If you actually if you don't
size
order,
of it, yeah.
Like you go to a McDonald's and you order like off the actual numbered menu, not the value menu. That's like, it's getting up there, I think.
Yeah.
Taco Bell's still pretty cheap. I hear Mexican pizza's back.
Stop.
Is it true?
It never left. It never left.
Yeah.
Do I get to eat it?
You could.
You
no,
could.
It's stop.
I gotta look this up.
I always thought they were not worth it.
I gotta know. I
were a
gotta know for
hassle.
myself. I've never had it, so I gotta investigate for myself.
I would
right?
eat one if it was in front of me right now. I'd eat it for sure.
I'm gonna look it up, see if it's at my local.
It was a little too messy for me.
Oh, it's here. It's
What else?
here,
You know what
everybody.
else is here? Mr. Backlar, your next pick.
Okay. I would like a good test.
A good test.
Hi, Dump Truck Crew. It's Jim from the Gold Coast. After 42 years of bad life choices, I've had to have a blood test because I might have diabetes. And while I was waiting, it got me thinking about what actually is there a good test in the world? The closest thing I could think of was a pregnancy test. Even that could be 50-50 depending on what you want out of it. Love to hear what you think might be a good test if there is one.
Is this a riddle?
Test.
Is this some sort of riddle?
A taste test is a good test.
Yeah.
Oh, well, even then, like, what if you don't like the taste?
Right.
I mean, that's not too bad of a consequence compared to like, do you or do you not have diabetes? You know.
Oh, okay. When we're comparing,
it's a low consequence test, so
Sure.
is a good test in my
Yeah,
opinion.
like testing cakes.
A personality test, where it's like, which Power Ranger are you?
Yeah.
you
this
might be
also could
very
dicey.
upset
Yeah.
based off the answers, and
You could
some
also
people
wind up in jail with the
Yeah.
wrong answer. you know,
I'm
with the wrong
Alpha,
answer.
the robot. Fuck you.
It's like an allergy test, so you know
yeah.
what you're allergic to, and
But that could be
that's
bad
not-
news. It could be like, oh shit, it's
everything.
But
dairy.
it's
That's
knowledge, right? So at least
Yeah.
you know, as opposed to like I stumbled into this. Whoops! I drank a gallon of milk on a goof, and now I'm not breathing so good.
I think on a technicality, I think that can work for sure because it's ultimately exploratory, good knowledge.
There was.
Man, we are struggling though to find a good ass test.
There was this like compatibility test that was like a romantic / sexual compatibility test that you take and your partner takes, and it kind of asked you all sorts of questions. So if you have a really weird kink, you can see without actually mentioning the kink.
Here's the part of that though.
How cool your partner would be without blurting out, I need to suck your toes, and then being freaked out and running away from you, right? Because if it's not a deal breaker, you don't need to mention it. You know, everything's fine.
Well, here's the thing though. If both of you take that test, you both know what is on that on it. So
But you don't know what the other person asked. They only tell you what you agreed on.
Okay, all right.
They don't tell you what you disagreed on.
Okay.
So if this guy wants to eat this lady's fucking shit and she's like, no deal breaker, they won't even get compared together. They'll just be like, hey, guess what? You're both into boring, I don't know, other things that are normal-ish. Sorry, I'm keep checking like crazy. Don't be mad at me.
Just be like, no, that's disgusting. I'm the scat bottom in this relationship. Like what? Yeah.
Don't comment. I don't mean it.
Testing beds, is that a positive thing, right? You go to a mattress store, right?
That's a different. I mean, like testing. That's like testing out individual items or what. Like that's those are fine. But
that sucks though. That sucks to do.
I think this means like individual tests on yourself.
Yeah. There's no good. I mean, yeah.
There's one. So
sorry.
I'm probably gonna go in.
A test drive.
I'm gonna go and get an asthma control test. I was diagnosed with asthma years ago, but they all called it exercise-induced asthma, which sounds fake to me. It sounds like a good reason to get out of doing PE, but apparently it is real. And I have rarely ever had an inhaler or anything like that. I've never really needed one, but I do get short of breath relatively easily, but also I am not in shape, so it's always hard to tell where does that stop and the asthma starts. And I was thinking of just going and be like, is this for fucking real? Like, is this actually holding me back in any way? And I just don't know. But I don't know. Like but I guess like that's one of those things of like, I already have lived with this condition for this long. It's not going to really affect me one way or the other. It's just like, now I know, hey, an inhaler actually would help in these situations. Because every time I've had an inhaler, it's been like, oh, I guess I should use this. And then it doesn't do shit. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like I said, it's just that further makes it all seem like a fake diagnosis or something like that. So I don't even know. But yeah.
Take a sleep test if you snore, because you may need a CPAP machine. I need one.
Yes. My partner's scheduled.
Oh yes. Man,
He's been snoring like crazy lately. I'm like, dude.
It was the funnest call to receive as I was driving my sleep test results. And I'm like, yeah, so normally someone only wakes up at these times, and that's okay. You wake up 5 times that during the night, and that's bad. So
5 times that?
Yeah. Anyway, my mind doesn't go to sleep. Anyway, I'm going to skip my pick and the audience's pick for everyone else's last picks. So I'm going to go in reverse order this time. Jess, your last pick.
Help. 1 and 2.
Wow,
I can do this way.
There we go. I forgot what this one was. Oh, I remember now.
Well, guys, it finally happened. My son's been playing video games since he was probably 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
He's 12 now, and I had to ask him for help.
Aww.
I've shown him the way his entire life, and he is officially better than me now. We're playing Elden Ring together, and I cannot fucking do it. And he is showing me the ropes. I'm so proud, but so angry at the same time.
Oh.
Have a good day.
Let's play the second one.
Caller. Thank you, caller.
Beautiful.
Hey, sorry, this was me calling about my son showing me Elden Ring again. I forgot to say this is Trace from Nashville, but more importantly, my son's name is Evan. If y'all could give him a shout out, I'm sure he would be stoked about it. Holler.
Yeah, Evan.
Holler.
Nice.
Holler at
professional
Evan.
gamer.
Right. Esports.
Let Evan solo her.
Phase Evan.
Ooh, Phase Evan? Yeah. You could just go you could just do Fizevan.
Fizevan.
Yeah.
A new number.
There we go.
Oh my God, Evan, you sound great. Your dad sucks at video games. That's awesome.
Evan, you shouldn't listen to this podcast.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, you shouldn't. No, don't.
Yeah.
Evan.
Hopefully your dad just like siphoned out this little part and that's it.
He's a good dad.
You know what? Sooner or later, you got to pass the controller down a generation. Okay? It's going to happen to everyone, maybe.
It's beautiful.
At some point, you know?
Yeah. If it's not a skill problem, it's a repetitive stress. It's your hands are going to give out. It's like time comes for us all.
Perhaps it'll be more ceremonial in the future. Almost like a bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
Mortal
arcade
Kombat 2 machine set up, and once a year on your birthday, if you can beat me at this, then you get it.
Exactly. If not, another year will go by.
That's right.
And we'll try again.
The rights.
Fantastic.
We have to hike this mountain, and at the top of it sits a single MK3 cab. I will be Cabal. You will be Reptile.
Wow, really fucking him over.
Yeah. Look.
Well, he's
We're in the
quicker on
matchup,
stick.
kid.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Life isn't fair.
Mr. Bacalar, your final turn, sir.
Give me impressions.
Okay, so this is actually interactive here. So,
Great.
I'm going to play it, and the caller has left pauses for us
Oh, brilliant.
to interject. Okay,
Great.
playing. Sorry, bad text.
1 second impressions. Level 1. Okay.
Who is that supposed to be?
You have scored
Me.
1 point if you have chosen Jan.
Oh.
Point if you have chosen Bacalar.
Okay.
I was going to guess
Okay.
Backlar.
Damn it.
Yeah, that would have been my guess as well.
What?
Jan.
Backlar.
That's Jess.
Yes, that was Jess. Score
Nice.
yourself
Nicely
1
done.
point. Last question. Impression.
Backlar.
Give yourself a point
Me?
if you figured out that was the Grub Snacks one and only Beef Boy.
Beef boy.
That was a really good Jeff Grubb.
That's dumb, dude.
Very difficult.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. These one-word impressions
Those
really.
were all Backlar to me.
I thought the Jess one was good. I was like, oh, that's Jess, and then I want to point to myself as I listen to this.
What?
See? And Mr. Gersman, your final pick, sir.
Improv Troupe.mp3.
Oof.
I think I spelled troop wrong.
Yeah,
Hi,
I was like,
Dumpers.
this is a real goof troop kind of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Goof Troop is always on my mind.
Yeah.
An invitation to a Bible study.
Oops.
Hi, Dumpers. This is Colin from Austin, Texas. You all were talking about getting an invitation to an improv comedy troupe, and I believe Jan equated that to getting an invitation to a Bible study. One time I was on my way to a Bible study, and my church was hosting a Christian improv comedy group called Fish Sticks. And on my way to that Bible study, I had to endure several seconds of that in passing. So, Jan, thank you for being able to identify with that traumatic event from my past. I appreciate it. Love y'all. Have a good one.
Great name.
Fish Sticks is such a good name for a Christian improv.
You know what you're in for, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think
Boy.
their skits are mostly religious based, or it's just
Absolutely.
like it's just anything goes?
Are they just reenacting hot moments from the Bible?
Yeah, I bet it's like, oh, it's the Last Supper, but Jesus knows exactly who's going to betray him, and he's making a little bit of drama about it.
They do
He's being shady about it.
They do the Stations of the Cross, but it's something is slightly different. Okay, well,
God damn it.
I wanted to make sure we played poem game, so that'll be the last voicemail of the show.
Okay.
This is my favorite caller.
Hey, it's your boy, Texarkana. If you're looking to write a poem for your significant other, but you're running out of things to say or words to rhyme, I got one for you, and it's free. You're sweeter than a bowl of Lucky Charms. If I wanted to hug you right, I'd need about 8 more arms. You make my heart beat so hard it sets off car alarms. You're the type of girl I'd take to Olive Garden for a chicken parm.
Ooh.
Think you're pretty cool, also kind of neat and deaf a hella cute. There's about 6,538 things that I absolutely love about you. Can't write them all down, but give me a call and I'll tell you a few. In this life, you bring me joy beyond ask for. This is dumb. Never mind. Don't give this to your significant other. They will break up with you.
And then following that up,
Yeah, I feel like I need a little bit of a palate cleanser after that train wreck of a voicemail. So let's just go with something simple. Pee pee, poo poo, fart. Thank you.
There you go.
thank you,
Whoa,
caller.
we just heard art.
art.
There are 5 different chapters of Fish Sticks, as well as a national troupe. Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, and Milwaukee. They do corporate gigs, school gigs, and churches.
Oh my god, I love that their website has all of their pictures of their comedians are stretched. They're not the right aspect ratio.
Supposed to be that way. That's how
funny.
you do it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Do you think we could apply to franchise? You don't franchise a improv troupe. What is
Sure
this?
you do.
You just
Open
gotta
up a
pass.
chapter?
It's a fucking Dunkin' Donuts. That's it.
I bet you would have to like go be in one of the troops for a while and then just be like, hey, I'm moving somewhere and I was
Yeah.
thinking about what if I started one?
Is it
I bet it
cool?
wouldn't. I bet it would be something like that.
I hope they're on YouTube.
They're in Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, and Milwaukee.
Yeah, I feel like
No West Coasters.
It's easy to choose Fish Sticks comedy. Here are the 3 reasons. Number 1, funny. With over 1,000 shows under our belts, we have funny figured out. I don't think that's like we've done this over 1,000 times and thus we're good at it. I don't.
And through the biblical process of elimination.
I don't think that's guaranteed, but you know that means they've done it a lot, so they're good at their thing, and maybe they're hilarious. We haven't seen them. Whatever. Professional. We work hard for you to make sure that everything from initial contract to post-event interactions are thoughtful, smart, and directed toward making bringing in Fish Sticks your best decision of the year. And number 3, people. We focus on you and your audience above everything else. Sounds simple, but our uniquely other-centered approach to improv and events ensures greater positive connections among everyone involved. This sounds like the corporate gig where they're just out there working in the names of people in the crowd, and they're just like, oh man, I haven't drank that many Mai Tais since I hung out with Todd in sales.
By the way, I can't help but notice that they are aggressively downplaying the Christian angle here, if they are Christian at all.
It just seems like that they do churches, but I think they also do.
Yeah, I don't think they're they're
exclusively.
But they're Christian friendly, meaning they could like get away with doing it at a church, is what.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Really
But they've got a version
safe.
of it that they'll do.
Sanitized improv is what I like.
They
if we look at
performed
their
the USO.
Yeah,
Oh, look,
if you look at their calendar on May 20th, they were at the 6th. Oh man, the 6th Christian Improv Comedy Conference.
How's Channel 5 like not doing a video about this?
I can still go.
Come on, Jan, get on location.
It's in Wisconsin, of course.
I could go on location.
And then a couple days
Holy
later,
shit.
Girl Scout Troop celebration in Muskego, Wisconsin.
Oh man, this is.
They got a little Photoshop of them in one of the fry containers, but it's them in the fry containers.
This might be the most like publicity they've had.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like they got bullet points. Get Fish Sticks to go. Bullet point 1, really funny. Bullet point 2, always positive humor. Bullet point 3, everyone's included.
You know, we say this, but watch. We're going to watch one of these fucking videos, and it's going to be the most amazing comedy improv we've ever seen in our
Bring
entire
down the
lives. And
house.
We're going to eat
They're
these
just
words.
like, wow.
Wow.
I was really blown away
Yeah.
by Fish Sticks.
I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong here.
Yes.
I would love to be wrong.
Connect with the sticks on social media.
I mean, they do. Yeah, they do Zoom.
459 followers.
Zoom improv.
Oh boy.
Ooh, nothing says
That's
good
hard.
improv like lag.
That is hard.
A guy that I used to work with years ago is a magician, and he was doing a lot of Zoom magic shows for like corporate gigs. Like
That's got to be easy.
Yeah, I mean, you just sit there, you've got your table. Yeah, it's like when you move your hand out of shot, and you're like, "Whoa, what's
Where'd
this?"
it go?
Like, oh, the dove. I don't know. But yeah.
Lovely.
Wow.
If you've watched the Fish Sticks, please call in 707 Exit Flu.
And tell us how we're wrong about them.
Yeah,
we shouldn't make
have
fun
videos
of people.
online, so I'm sure that someone will catch some of those and let us know. And
Don't say we sent you. Don't you do that.
No. Say we sent you.
No, don't you do that. No.
I don't want to have any interactions with these people whatsoever. So please do not.
Oh.
Can I
It's
go
not
to the
cute.
Christian comedy conference though?
Get on a plane, baby. Head to Wisconsin.
Ooh, it's until Sunday. I got plenty of time.
Oh, well, all right then, yeah. ChristianImprovComedy.com is where you can find out more about the conference.
Lovely. Oh, there's a dinner.
Is it fish sticks?
No. Oh, God.
At the end of the show, they just throw fish sticks out to the crowd. It's like, we heard you liked Gallagher, and he did a food thing, and this is our food thing. As they're just like hucking fish sticks directly into people's faces.
Were they cooked at least? Please be cooked.
Yeah. I mean, they were cooked at one point earlier in the day.
Fair.
Like their writer is just like, you must have a microwave backstage. ICP used Fago.
Fish sticks uses fish sticks.
We use fish sticks.
Fantastic.
A to B to C. I think that's going to do it for us here.
Yeah. It's only $75 for the virtual conference.
Oh, okay. Watch it virtually.
We talk over the Christian comedy. Yeah, probably not. Probably
Who the
not.
fuck are we? I mean, like yes, but also like
Stevens.
they're out there doing shows. Good
Yeah,
on them.
They're
I guess.
doing shows.
They're doing it.
I'm
Good
not
for you.
making fun of anyone's faith. I'm a part-time Catholic. I just think it's funny that there's a Christian improv troupe called
There is a
Fish Sticks.
percentage of attempted jokes on these shows we do that do not land. Fucking.
I just love little weird niches of the internet and culture that I didn't know about, like the Christian Improv Conference. That's
Christian Improv
fascinating.
Conference. That's find out more at ChristianImprovComedy.com. Thanks for them for guesting.
Yeah, thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Find out more at fishstickscomedy.com, and we'll be back next week with another edition of the voicemail dump truck.
Oops.
No, I don't know. No, nothing. I was going to say something dirty. You go ahead. I'll just sit here and think it.
Mike's still live.